Test 1 2 test test test. All right, let me show you step by stinking step exactly how to cut, drag, copy, move, and all that. Actually, what I really want to do, I'm gonna show you how to do that, but I'm gonna give you micro tutorials. And basically, what the goal is to get you as efficient as possible. Because the more you know, the more creative you'll get, and stuff like that. You'll just move different. Like the more you know, the more you understand, you'll be moving different because you'll have the freedom to do exactly what you want. And just you will enhance everything that you're doing. Not saying that you're not doing a good job, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, first thing first. The first thing you want to do is, let's say, for example, you want to take this, that's the hook, and you want to make it here and there. So a couple of things I'm going to need you to do. First and foremost, this is the razor tool. This is what you want to be able to use to be able to cut these things. But there's a few things that comes into play when we're going to be cutting and dragging moves and things like that. We're going to be really putting some emphasis on the snap. So right now, what I encourage you to do is always set it on bar and make sure you have your snap on. This is the snap off. When the light is off, the snap is off. When you click it, when you see that it is lit up, that means that the snap is on. And now we're going to zoom in here. I'm going to zoom in with the camera, and you'll be able to see why it's important for the snap. So when we select the thing, and you select it just by clicking it, you will see that if I pull it, it's snapping. You see how it's snapping? Pop, 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 pop. Now look what happens when I take the snap off. Watch this. You see how it's moving? You see these numbers up here, they just like, it's nothing to snapping. But when we have the snap on, you're just going to get click. See how it's pop, 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 pop. You see how it's popping? So that is absolutely the most important thing when it comes to snapping, dragging, and dropping placements. All right. So first and foremost, snap. The other thing you want to do is, here is the razor. So you click the razor, and the only reason you kind of use the razor is when, let's say if you record, we're going to take the snap off. Let's say you record this part. Okay, I'm going to record that. I'm going to record that part. You can either click the snap and snap everything together, or you can use the razor and cut it. But again, it goes back to the snap. So now let me undo that. And let's say the snap is off. It's not good to use the razor with the snap off. Matter of fact, any and everything that you do, make sure the snap is on. Why? Because if I try to get like an accurate cut, like right on this line, as you see, I'm trying to cut on that line. If I cut it, we don't know if that's absolutely perfect. And if that's not absolutely perfect, that's going to be a problem when we're trying to drag and fly these things in place, right? So I can't see it right now. Oh, well, actually, we can zoom in like that. Okay, so when we zoom all the way in, and how to zoom, forget about how to zoom. I'll teach you that later. But you'll see when I cut it, I thought I was accurate. But you see, when we zoom all the way in, we see how way inaccurate I was. That's the reason why the snap is important, because now with the snap on, now when I try to cut, bam, it's going to cut directly on the line, right? Now let me undo that. Here's why the snap is important, and the reason why we want to select bar, because bar is going to make sure that I cut on a whole bar. This is a bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it in the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we snap, we're snapping according to bars. That means that when I have my snap on and it's at bar, that means I can snap in the middle, and it's still going to take me to the top of the bar. You see that? I'm going to snap in the middle here. top closest to the bar. So wherever my snap is closest to, like this is the 50 point, you know, the middle 50 point. If it's over here, it's going to snap there. If it's past the 50, it's going to snap there. You see that? So it's two ways you can utilize, you know what I'm saying, or you know, do your snaps. It's either cutting it or just using the snap and dragging and dropping. All right. So now let me show you how we're going to fly everything into place. So I'm going to select all these. I'm going to right click and I'm going to join them so that they become a whole track. I'm going to join these so that they become a whole track. And now, so we have this snap. So now we want these two to be able to be fully controlled when we drag and drop. So let me select that. I'm going to delete it. And now we got to get these two in perfect line with that. So how we do that is the same way. I'm going to zoom this in. We do it the same way. We make sure we got our snap on, make sure we got our selection tool selected, and we click it and we simply drag it. Boom. So it snaps to the bar. Same thing with this. Boom. Click it, drag it. Bam. It snaps to the bar. Very, very important. And then what I like to do is also snap the ends just so things could be just nice, neat, and organized, right? So we select that, snap it, select that, snap it. So now we have this whole little section and everything is the perfect size. And now what we can do, take your selection tool, go here, click down, or should I say click the left button on the mouse, and drag and select what you want to drag. So we click down, we drag, and we select all of the layers. And now to drag it and put it into place, let's say we need to put it over here. We hold Control, click it, and now we can drag it. And what happens is when we hold Control and click it, we're actually making a copy. We're making a copy, right? There's no other way to do it. There's no other way to make a copy, right? So we got our hook in place. We select everything. We drag it. By holding Control, we are copying it. So we're going to do it again on this track. Hold Control while they're all selected. Like for example, if they're not selected and I hold Control, I could drag it, but I'm just dragging this one. So let me delete your selection tool, right. This is the right button. I'm pushing down the right button on the mouse, selecting all of them, hold Control, and drag. And you see how it's snapping, pop, 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 pop. It's snapping into place. That's because we got the snap on, right? So again, let me show you. We're going to delete that. We're going to take the snap off. Select all of them. Now we're going to hold Control, make a copy by dragging, and you see how it's not snapping nowhere. So let's say I'm trying to align with the line. Now I'm pretty good at it, so I might be pretty accurate, but I try to align it without the snap on. If we zoom in, we'll see how off I am. So we see that I'm off. No matter how good I think I am, I'm off. So I can slide it manually, but I got it really, really zoomed in to make sure, you know, that I'm critically perfect, right? Okay. But we don't want to play those games. We want to use the snap. The snap is the robot, clap, pop, pop. And now we snap our vocals into place. That's how you do it. And if there's any other questions that you have, make sure you hit me and I will immediately make a video of it. Save it, send it to you so you can know exactly what you're doing. This, that, and the other. I guess that's it for now.